This is time out to Hello David. Sorry, we've not been around for a very long time. Uh, we've been in the South area. We are doing BHF activities. So BHF Foundation is a youth organization, and we try to engage ourselves in things that will improve the mindset of the youth and try to help refocus them, redirect them, so they can be able to join in nation building. One of the most important segment of our society is the youth. Is the youth because the youth are the connection between today and tomorrow. The youth are the connection between today and tomorrow. So if you want your tomorrow to be better, you must do everything possible to see that you invest a lot in your youth so you can be able to build a better youth. So investment is a youth in the youthful population is a major investment if we want to have a better nation. Like I said, sorry for some time we've not been able to be on this program. But for those who are in the South region, you can also watch Time Out with Hello David on DBS, Data Broadcasting Service. We have our program regularly there every Wednesday, 5 minutes past 10. You watch Time Out with Hello David. Time Out with Hello David. We will try to build up our youths and I try to focus a lot on the dangers of drugs and how to avoid them. Like I've always said, drug is one thing that is contributing seriously in trying to negate the, the impact of our youth in future. So one of the strategies to destroy it tomorrow is to see that they engage in youth. And I thank God that other countries are fighting it. We see what is happening right now between America and Venezuela. A lot of the cartels who are involved in drug smuggling have been dealt a heavy blow by the American Coast Guard, doing everything possible to reduce the impact of deadly drugs coming into America. Now, and Trump has vowed to protect the interests of America because thousands and thousands of people have been killed because of drugs, mainly because of drugs that are coming from Venezuela. And those drugs are traced to the president of Venezuela, allegedly traced to the president of Venezuela. So America is defending the interests of its people, and that's how it's supposed to be. We must defend the interests of our people in terms of uh, protecting them first against drugs, which is a major thing which is growing in Nigeria now. It's so sad, but drugs is increasing by the day in Nigeria. So we want to appreciate also what Trump is doing uh, in trying to protect the Americans from being invaded by Venezuela cartels, drug cartels from Venezuela that used to supply drugs to America. So Trump is prepared to go to war to protect the interests of America. But we look at it again in contrast with what is happening in Nigeria now. Do we really have a government that is prepared to go to war to protect the interests of Nigerians? We've heard all kinds of statements coming, uh, some attacking, some supporting Donald Trump. And I begin to ask myself, I've listened to the message again, what Trump tweeted, the tweets that Trump released, I've listened to that three tweets. I've read it again and again and again and again. There is no place in that tweet where Trump said he's coming to fight Muslims in Nigeria. What Trump said, he wants to destroy the terrorists. The terrorists. But for those who seems to be sympathizers of the terrorists, they seems to drag the narrative to make it look as if Trump want to come to Nigeria. So I've even said I've seen some statements that anywhere Trump, America go to, America destroy. America went to Iraq. America went to Afghanistan. America went to this. America went to that. Trump didn't say he's coming to fight Nigeria. He said he wants to destroy the terrorists. He wants to stop them. The terrorists who have been killing Christians. And it's quite sad if we have people who, for political reasons, are trying to cover the truth. There's a lot of killing. Okay, we might not say we don't want to reduce the impact of what is of the terrorist action to just clean up Christians alone. So Muslims have also been killed. A lot of Muslims have been killed, but more Christians have been killed. Churches have been bombed. People have been slaughtered. You remember the Christmas Day bombing by Kabir Sokoto, Catholic killing. You remember the Owo killing. These are terrorists. There are terrorists, plenty of them. And the question you ask yourself, what actions have been taken? And that's the problem. We are not seeing actions. The kind of actions that Donald Trump is taking, Donald Trump and the American army are prepared to go to war to stop drugs from entering America, to stop the Venezuela cartel from sending drugs to America. That is a country. That's a leader that loves his people and is prepared to defend his people to the last limits. Nigerian leaders, are they prepared to defend Nigerians and stop these killers? What do we see in Nigeria? We see government officials holding peace discussion, the roundtable discussion with terrorists, armed terrorists with guns. And the question you want to, the whole thing looks so funny. As some people have the license to carry gun. So the problem we are having right now is not a problem with Christians and Muslims. It has nothing to do with Christians and Muslims, because the Muslims themselves have been victims of killings. So we should not try and confuse the narrative by trying to reduce it to a Christian-Muslim war. There's nothing like Christian-Muslim war. A lot of Muslims have suffered from insecurity. A lot of Christians have suffered from insecurity. But the question is, why is the government not doing anything about it? Are you telling me that it will take American military to come and fight terrorists in Nigeria? Are you saying Nigerian army cannot fight terrorists? They can. But with what we are saying now, it's becoming very, very clear by the day. Just like what the former head of state, General Sani Abacha, said. He said, when there's insecurity and crisis in a land, and it's more than 24 hours, know that the government is involved. This is even more than 10 years. More than 10 years. Are you telling me that in 10 years they can't stop them? In this era of science, in this era of drones, in this era of technology? I will find out that even the life of the normal Nigerian soldier is at risk. It's like Nigerians are sent to. We've heard complaints from the military talking about how they were not given enough weapons to fight against terrorists. How they were killed. If I look as if you are somebody who don't like your face, they push you there to go and die. What Donald Trump said he wants to come and do in Nigeria is something that Nigerian military can do if they are well equipped. But definitely, we find out now that there are some people within the security agencies that are part of the Boko Haram. And you remember what President Goodluck Jonathan said at the time? He said Boko Haram are also part of his government. That Boko Haram were part of his government. They've infiltrated his government. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what is the final agenda of Boko Haram? We believe so much that if the Nigerian government wants to stop insecurity in Nigeria, they can do that in less than 1 month. They can do it. See, as you saw a statement from the president, from the Redeemed Christian Church of God, General Overseer, Pastor Adeboye, that was advising Tinubu to try and end insecurity in 90 days, so that Trump will not come in and help them. 90 days is much, my brother. 90 days is much. It's not the Muslims that are attacking Christians. It's not. It's the Fulani jihadists that are responsible for this problem. The Fulani jihadists, they are the ones that are responsible for insecurity. It's not all the Muslims. The Muslims in the south are living in peace with Christians. The Muslims in the south are living in peace with Christians. They live close to mosques. There are families in Nigeria that are their father is Christian, their father is a Muslim, their mother is a Christian. Plenty, you can see them in the south. Plenty. They have parents they have fathers who are Muslims, and they have mothers who are Christians. That is precisely that's what's happening in the south. So the Christians don't have any issue with the Muslims. The Muslims are suffering the same thing that the Christians are suffering. Insecurity is everywhere. Sadly enough, we seem to have a group of people within the leadership of the government that are very much interested in insecurity. Insecurity has become a major business in Nigeria. Don't you see how much is budgeted for insecurity? Billions and billions of naira is being budgeted for insecurity. That will tell you that insecurity is a business where some people are benefiting from. People in governments are benefiting from it. And these people don't care who dies or who does not die. They don't care. It's money they're looking for. We saw the accusation that was made by Adam Toshomole talking about how the Chinese are complicit because they are mining precious stone in the north. And they equipped these terrorists to protect their interests. Have they been investigated? In a normal country, they will have investigated it to find out. Is it the government that gave the Chinese a license to come to Nigeria to mine? Are they mining it for free? And he said some generals are involved in it. If this issue of insecurity is not handled, it will consume this country. People are getting fed up. Things cannot continue like this. How many people will be killed before the government will be serious and say enough is enough? Instead of playing politics, instead of trying to blame Donald Trump here and there, when Donald Trump didn't say he's coming to invade Nigeria, and there are some bandit sympathizers who say Donald Trump is interested in Nigerian oil. Can you imagine? What has Nigerian oil got to do with all those things? People are still, the bandits are still on. We hear of what happened in Kogi. Till tomorrow, the bandits are still operating. They operate freely in this country. They operate freely. These Fulani bandits operate freely in this country. And at times you ask yourself, are we living in a country? Do we have a president? Do we have leadership? Where is the National Assembly? Where is the National Assembly? Because it takes the president of America to come and remind the president of Nigeria and leadership of Nigeria about the killings that is taking place on their own citizens. The leadership of Nigeria, do they love Nigerian citizens at all? Do they care about Nigerians? It seems as if Nigerian life does not matter. People are being abducted every day, killed every day on the highway. The highway is no more safe. It's beginning to look as if Nigeria is at war. Even a country that is at war is even safer than Nigeria that is not at war. The leadership of Nigeria, they should be ashamed of themselves. The leaders should be ashamed. You call this a country where bandits are free to do what they like? This thing did not start now. It's a problem that the current president now, Bola Tinubu, inherited. President Bola Tinubu didn't create insecurity. He met insecurity, inherited insecurity, inherited it. It's just that it's getting worse by the day. It's getting worse. The only area I can feel that the Muslims have to do more. They must join hands together and condemn these bandits. All the bandits are Muslims. All the bandits are Muslims. The Boko Haram members are Muslims. So one expects that his Muslim community should be very much interested in what is happening because it's a dent to Islamic faith. How does it portray Islam? As a killer religion? They say Islam is a religion of peace. If it's a religion of peace, where does these killers come from? These killers, is it part of Islamic religion? So the Muslims should be angry with what is going on now because it's giving Islam a bad name. Bad name. That when you see a Muslim, the next thing you think about are kidnappers are around, killers are around. No. So the best people that I know of are Muslims. Some of the best people I know of, they are Muslims. So I expect the Sultan of Sokoto, who is the leader of Muslims in Nigeria, to immediately stand up and say, no, we have to do something about this. It can't continue like this. Because they are bringing a shame and a disgrace to the Muslim faith. If most of the killers, most of the bandits, we've even seen Muslim leaders who say the bandits are our brothers. Wow, they've accepted it. Why don't you stop your brothers from killing? Can the country survive like this? Our leaders, do they have interest in Nigeria at all? Are you sure they love Nigeria? Are you sure they are interested in Nigeria at all? Because if our leaders are interested in Nigeria, then they will have done something about what is going on now. They can stop it. And I want us to say this as I begin to round out of this time out to Hello David. Donald Trump, our leaders can stop it. The Nigerian military can stop it. But it's just unfortunate. It looks as if there are some sympathizers within the military. There are some sympathizers within the security agencies. There are some sympathizers within the government. How do you build a country like this? At times you'll be ashamed that you're a Nigerian. And I've seen a lot of pastors. For example, Wale Adefarasi, we've also said, we saw a comment also on YouTube by the pastor in Deeper Life or so. Some of them that are coming up to say there's no Christian genocide. I'm ashamed. The blood of those people who they've killed will stand against them on the judgment day. Because with all what the Christians are going through in this country, the Christians are the more endangered species. The Christians have been killed more than Islam. Christians have been massacred in the north. And the Christians in the south are silent. And they are saying there's no genocide. What do you call a genocide? Okay, remove the word genocide. Mass killing of Christians. More Christians are killed regularly in northern Nigeria and Middle Belt. Look at people that have been killed in the south. Look at people that have been killed in the Middle Belt. Look at people that have been killed in Benue. Look at people that have been killed in Plateau, in Adamawa, and Taraba. These are areas in the north where Christians dominate. And the areas that Christians dominate are the areas that they've done more killing. These things have been going on. It's not now. It's not now. The Christian killing is not now. Something must be done about it. And to me, I remember when this started many years ago, I was in a TV program and they asked me questions. I told them, I said, look, it's time for Christians to defend themselves. Our Lord Jesus Christ was born. He came through Israel. The Israelis, they fight to defend themselves. You cannot be more Catholic than the Pope. There is no reason why Nigerian Christians should not rise up and begin to defend themselves. They should insist on getting arms to defend themselves. They cannot be slaughtered like chicken every time. They suffer more. Look at the lady that was doing evangelism that was killed. Look at the girl that was burnt. Club education girl in Sokoto that was burnt. I mean, when I see some lawyers even coming, educated people coming to defend, then I knew this is wasted education. Wasted education. This level of impunity in killing is too much. It's time for the Christians to defend themselves. It is time for the Christians to defend themselves. It's not just about America. Will Americans come to stay here? There must be a law. The Americans, will they come and stay here? The Americans will not come and stay in Nigeria. We must begin to build a culture where the Christians will begin to defend themselves in the north and in the south. The Christians should arm themselves. Churches should arm themselves. They have prayed enough. All the prayer they've been praying has it been answered? The Bible says he has given the earth to the sons of men. Whatever we tolerate on earth is what God will tolerate in heaven. We have been praying and praying and praying and praying, and they've killed, the more they kill people. It is now time for the Christians to be armed. So when these killer terrorists begin to come, you have something to fight them, to shoot them. They are not spirits, they are human beings. I said it many years ago on a TV program. I remember I said on a TV program, people say, what are you saying? I said, look, Christians should defend themselves. Remember I said it on a TV program. And if they've listened to what I said then, and the government made it a policy, these killings will not have gotten to this extent to which it's going to. They can't just be slaughtering Christians like say, I see they are chicken. It is now time for Christians to defend themselves. Defend yourself during time of war is not a sin. David was a man of war. David was a man of war. Moses was a man of war. Joshua was a man of war. Then how come our own Christianity is different? We are trying to be more Catholic than the Pope. If not for the fact that the Jews, the Israelis defend themselves, they would have been annihilated long time ago. But the Muslims that surround them. But now the Jews, the IDF, they are controlling the narrative there. You kill one Israel, they came to kill 1,200 that Hamas came to kill. And so far, the Israel retaliated and they've killed over 70,000 people. And they leveled the place down. And I tell you, with this action that the IDF has done, the Hamas will not be in a hurry to repeat what happened again. Because they know the consequences. The Bible says that because evil is not punished, the heart of man is set to do evil. As long as the Christians are not armed to fight and defend themselves, these killings will continue. If it's only prayer alone, they are depending on, they are wasting their time. God is not deaf. If God wants to answer, he would have answered a long time ago. The Jews, the IDF, the Israelis are not waiting for prayer. They defend themselves. You see what they did to Hamas, see what they did to Iran, see what they did to Lebanon. Look at what they did to Syria. They've humbled these people, humbled them. Because these are not people that they don't listen to plea. They don't listen to advice. They don't listen to peace talk. They don't believe in peace. These guys believe in violence. And the only way to stop insecurity in Nigeria is for the Christians to arm themselves. It's for people to arm themselves, to defend themselves against the terrorists. Because apparently, many of them are not interested. We have leaders who are not interested. The life of Nigerians does not matter to the leaders. The life of Nigerians does not matter. It's not their relative that is being killed now. They know. It doesn't concern them. I remember when they killed 7 people in Rome. The entire north, they killed 7 Fulani people in Rome. The entire north almost catch fire. It took a Pueblo to go out, the governor of Edo State, to go and kneel down and beg and portray and pay money as compensation for only 7 that were killed. But these ones are killing thousands. It doesn't mean to them. When will the Christian life matter? Does the Christian life matter in Nigeria at all? Does the Christian life matter in Nigeria at all? Until we meet again tomorrow to continue time out with Hello David, I want to ask this question. And please, I want you to think over it. Does the Christian life in the north matters at all? The Christian life Does it matter at all? Does it really matter? Does the government care about the Christian life? That's just the question I want to ask. Take good care of yourself until we meet again tomorrow, same time.